This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends. You know what today is? Oh, yeah. It's Friday. Well, Friday. What you know about that, Brian?
That it's after Thursday and it's before Saturday.
Hey,
that's all I got.
Nice work. Very nice work.
Oh,
Good afternoon, everybody. Glad you're here. Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. It is Friday afternoon, and we got a ton we want to get to, including just to pick up the conversation from where we left it yesterday. I mean, yesterday we were celebrating the Padres like they just won the World Series because they hit a bunch of home runs, and Fernando Tatis Jr. made these spectacular defensive plays out in right field. And a day later, it's like, what is going on here? You know, like, can we ever find any consistency? And by the way, we were also talking about this yesterday. While the Padres were on their way up, the Dodgers were on their way down. And last night, the Dodgers got a big win with a walk-off, and their bullpen, which had been a disaster, had all of a sudden come together last night. So Padres lose, Dodgers win, and that's where we are today, going into a series in a weekend where you've got the Tampa Bay Rays, one of the best teams in all of baseball, in San Diego this weekend. And I know for me, I'll be keeping my eyes on the U.S. Open, which is at the LA Country Club. I'm just, it's Father's Day weekend, and I always kind of keep my eye on the U.S. Open. So, guys, good afternoon. How we feeling? We ready for the weekend? What's on your minds?
Nothing. Looking forward to just chilling and watching Padres against the best team in baseball. I think it's a big test for them. Their schedule lightened up a bit, and they haven't lost a series all month. But now I think when you're talking about a team that's 15 games better than them.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about a team that has a 5-game lead over the entire Major League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a very good team. They're facing the wins leader tonight. They're facing a team that scores the most runs. So this is a very big test for the Padres because we say, oh, they're playing better and they're doing this. And they're, take away the Ryan Weathers games and we're doing pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm very much looking forward to really focusing on that as far as sports go. And then that's it. I got nothing planned this weekend. It feels good. Feels real good.
I know. It does feel good to have nothing planned. I know. I said to Rachel last night, I'm like, we have any plans this weekend? She's like, nope. I'm like, good. Because on Father's Day, I told you guys all week, all I want is for the kids to clean the garage. I'll even help. I just want everybody to help clean the garage. And then I want to go brunching and having a nice afternoon. I don't need to go out for a fancy dinner or anything. Just clean the garage and let's go out and have a nice brunch on Sunday. That's all I ask. In fact, Browner, I'll tell you this right now. I got ahead of it. I got ahead of it all. Early this morning, I have my 2 responsible daughters. I'm like, we got to do this. We got to move this. We got to make piles for this. This got to go. Blah, blah, blah.
You want to air them out?
Air them out how?
You said my 2 responsible daughters. I think the audience knows you have 3.
We know. Listen, we know who they are.
We'll put it this way. The youngest one is the most responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next one, she can do things, but she'll always have an excuse. But if I leave things in the hands of my youngest daughter, my youngest child, things get done.
Mm-hmm.
She gets stuff done, right? My son's got his summer class he's taking online. My other daughter who just came home from Boise, you think she came home to hang out with us? No, she came out. She came home to party with her friends.
Yeah.
So she's still passed out.
And the older they get, the less they want to hang out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I keep kind of giving them a little bit of like dose of reality, which is, hey guys, this whole come home for the summer thing ain't going to last forever. At some point, there's not going to be a big house where you come home to your bedroom at some point. And I was telling them, I'm like, when Julia graduates high school next summer, I'm downsizing, Jack. I don't need this big ass house. What are you looking at me like that for, Browner?
That sounds good.
Yeah. Well, you know what's going to happen, Brown? You know what's going to happen?
You're going to have 5 people in a 2-bedroom apartment in Cardiff.
No. He going to be paying for apartments.
That's right. No, you know what's going to happen, Brown?
Summer Airbnbs.
Oh, bro, here's what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. I'm going to live in I'm going to live in a 1-bedroom apartment.
This place is going to be terrible. These kids are going to be living it up.
No, I'm going to be living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Here's my bedroom. Here's my family room. Here's my kitchen. I podcast over here in the corner. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And this is my 1-bedroom apartment. I'm fine. I'm a low maintenance, simple
Good.
kind
I
of a
don't need all
guy,
that. Yeah.
right? But then,
Well, let's
then
get real about what's really going to happen.
Yeah.
You're downsizing home, but you're upsizing roommates.
How do you mean? Oh, you mean that like I'm going to take my kids and upsize them?
No, like you're going to move in with your
No.
girlfriend.
Oh, no. But let's not use that as an example right now. Let's play it out like
that's
this.
the reality, though.
Well, but let's play it out like this. You ready?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I move into a 1-bedroom apartment. I live solo.
Mhm.
All 4 kids are out. Justin's graduated college. Jillian's graduated college. Jaden's in her junior year. Julia's in her freshman year. I'm by myself, right? I
Mhm.
move into a 1-bedroom apartment. Okay. Now, all these kids come home for the summer. They're like, well, Dad, where are we going to be? Where are we going to stay? And that's when I probably rent them like a nice house. You know, I'm like,
better than
I'll
your
rent
apartment.
Yeah. I can't have everybody stay in my little 1-bedroom apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got to downsize, man.
That's what's gonna happen to him, dude.
So this whole coming home in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So do your kids still live on school housing, or do you still pay rent in Boise, in West Virginia, and in New Orleans?
Oh, I hope you're not doing that.
No. So
I would kick them out right now. But
no. So
yeah, go back to school.
Right. Yeah. Jaden lives in the dorms at Tulane.
Okay.
Justin is going back into the dorms at West Liberty because he lived in an off-campus house last year, and he's like, "This sucks,
dude." He is literally Van Wilder next year. Like he's going to be the 28-year-old senior,
dude. He's
living in dorms,
wearing a smoking jacket,
dude. 23-year-old senior living in the dorms at a college on the top of a mountain where there's nothing.
Oh.
So he's like, so there was like this one little off-campus house he rented, and he's like, "This sucks. I'm going back to the dorms. I'm here for my last semester. It's just a lot easier in the dorms than it was to live off campus when there's nothing around."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is going to be the old guy in the dorms. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be careful. So he's going back to the dorms. So I'm not paying rent there.
Okay.
Jaden lives in the dorms. She's not.
Right.
I'm not paying rent there. Jillian lives in Boise, and she moved, but she's only home for a week. She's not home for like the summer.
Okay.
You know, she's only home for a little bit. You know, and then
that's the way. That's the way it should be. Like, come home, visit me.
Yeah,
and then leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because she'll be back. She's going to come back for Del Mar and opening day and all that kind of stuff.
But this whole notion of coming home if you're renting an apartment,
never. I made that terrible financial mistake last summer, and that ain't happening again.
Yeah, good.
All right.
Burning money.
So we are today on a Friday afternoon. Here we are in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. If you are thinking at all this weekend, like, hey, what do I got cooking this weekend? And you're thinking about maybe wanting to play cards, blackjack, poker, other table games, 7 Mile Casino is a great card room. And while you're there, they have an amazing bar, and they've got Sammy's Restaurant and Bar, which is Sammy's Wood Fire Pizza inside. So you have amazing food, incredible gaming, awesome location, 7 minutes south of downtown, and a smoke-free environment. Come on down this weekend to 7 Mile Casino and 7milecasino.com. So let's go back to what happened last night with the Padres. So you guys were saying yesterday, kind of jokingly and kind of seriously, like, gosh, I hope Ryan Weathers can make it out of the first inning. Ryan Weathers, for a guy who like 2-3 years ago was sort of being celebrated as like a 20-year-old kid, like, look at this kid. He's young. He's already in the major leagues. He's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
He has fallen apart. He fell apart late that year, as I recall, and has never really, really recovered.
Since when?
Was it 2 years ago?
But what happened?
Where he was pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
And then he fell apart?
Because who did what?
I don't remember. Tell me.
Someone on the show anointed him the Padres' best pitcher, and since then he's been garbage.
Oh, that I hadn't put together. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. No, you're right. Go ahead. Lay out the case. You're right. I mean, yesterday I got it. Yesterday, Alex had the receipts on me saying, I'm this close. Yeah. I'm this close to declaring the Padres season over. It's on the verge of disaster. 30 games might equal the next 10 years. Like I was, and so you keep these receipts. What did Browner say when? I'm trying to recall when.
I don't know when, but I think, well, actually, I do know when. I think he started his career 4-0, if I'm not mistaken. And then Browner anointed him. Well, this is also when Chris Paddock was here. This is also a very different looking Padres roster.
When Mackenzie Gore was coming up.
Right. Well, you said he was never going to come up. He would never
play.
Right. He would never wear a Padres uniform. He would never. And then Browner said, Ryan Weathers is the Padres' best pitcher. Not Blake Snell, not Yu Darvish, not Lamelson, the Dinelson Lamet, not whoever else was here. Ryan Weathers is the Padres' best pitcher. Since then, last night is what we get.
I said that. I'm not gonna run from that. I said that. That was wrong. Well, that seems to be way wrong, way more wrong than I actually initially thought. Because listen, man, he can't. He got to go. He got to go.
There's nothing they can do with him.
He did go. He went down to AAA. So.
No, but there's like nothing they can do with him. I mean,
DFA, man.
They may look at him. How old is Ryan Weathers? 22, 23, maybe 24 at the most.
Whatever it is, it don't matter. DFA.
Right.
You
There's
got to
just
go try somewhere else.
I agree. I don't think there's anything they can do with him.
No.
I don't think putting him down in AAA, we're going to see him back here later this year or next year, and Ryan Weathers is going to be what he was when he started out with the Padres. And there's no trade value really of any kind. I mean, maybe somebody's like, hey, look, we got an outfielder in AAA. You got this pitcher who can't really pitch. We don't really need this guy. Let's give this guy maybe some new surroundings would do this kid good. But
my question is this. If you go down to AAA and you strike a bunch of dudes out, so what? Like, we know you can't get guys out up here consistently.
Well, we don't even know if he's going to get guys out in AAA, dude.
Well, last year he spent most of the season in AAA, and he had a above 6.5 ERA.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
so then there's that.
Listen, I have no idea if it's physical, but the truth is, I kind of think it's more mental. In other words, I'm not saying that the guy can't throw the ball. I just don't know if he has what it takes mentally and emotionally. Forget about the obvious, which is the physical part, to get up there and not just throw batting practice, but actually go out there with an attitude. I'm here to take you out.
If I'm Ryan Weathers, when they send me back down to AAA, I'm picking up a bat and I'm seeing if I can play catcher. I'm seeing if I can play center field.
Yeah.
Because this pitching thing, this ship done sailed. That's it for me. Now, what I can probably do is throw some guys out at second base.
Right.
So I'm going to see if I can play catcher, see if I can hit 220, 230, because that works around here. You hit 220, 230, you could be the backup.
That works around here.
My question is, because I don't know the answer, and I doubt any of the three of us know the answer. In football, as a quarterback, you get a year and a half now of starts before we start giving up on you. Right.
I mean, look at the kid in New York with the Jets,
right?
Zach Wilson. That guy was a first-round draft choice who was a reach when they drafted him. He was supposed to be their future. Somebody might be lying to him inside the Jets organization, saying, "Don't worry, man, relax. By the time you're the starter, you will have a 4-year NFL career. You'll have studied film. You'll know the league. You'll have watched Aaron Rodgers. You'll know the system. Don't get frustrated and get upset. You were a first-round pick. You're an inexpensive quarterback by league standards. We just went out and got the top guy in the league, maybe other than Mahomes. Point is, relax. You're our backup quarterback."
Yeah.
But the point, I think, Alex, your point is that he got about a year and a half till the Jets finally went, this guy can't play.
Right. And so my question is, like, how long do you give a starting pitcher to prove to you if he can or cannot make it in Major League Baseball? The guy has 28 career starts, 42 career appearances. I mean, he's pitched 138 innings. That's like basically a full season of pitching almost. Like, is that enough? Are we done with him?
Give me, just keep going deeper into the record, the record a little bit. What's his overall winning? What's his ERA?
5-12, 5.66 ERA in 138 innings pitched. He's given up 27 home runs. He's struck out 102. So I don't know. Like, I just don't think that we bury him completely, but I think for a while, I think you're good. That's all I'm saying. If Seth Lugo's healthy, if Michael Walker's healthy, Blake Snell, Joe Musgrove, Yu Darvish, I'd rather give Nick Martinez a spot start than give Ryan Weathers a spot start. I'd rather do a bullpen day because the bullpen is a little more reliable than Ryan Weathers right now. I think if you're gonna need to stretch out the rotation, I don't think Adrian Morejon's going to be back soon. I'd rather do that. You know, I'm kind of good not giving up every fifth game away.
It's not that he is giving up 5 runs. It's when he's giving up the 5 runs.
So early,
yeah.
That's if you gave up 1 in the first, 2 in the third, and another 2 in the fifth, everybody can be like, okay, well, he's inconsistent. He can find the zone or for what they could make excuses for you with a 5-run ERA.
If you Blake Snell every April.
Right. If Ryan Weathers, to your point, Browner, if Ryan Weathers could give you 5 innings, and even if he gave up 5 runs in 5 innings,
dude,
that's better than giving up 5 runs in an
the
inning.
first inning.
How about what he did on that weird game on Sunday in Colorado? Give me 3. Give me something. Don't give me 5-0 with 2 outs in the first, man.
Yeah.
Like
you can't.
The
Keep
game's
doing
over
that.
already.
I know.
Like,
I mean, when I got to the game yesterday, when I first turned it on, it was 5-3.
Yeah.
And it was the bottom of the first.
Yeah.
I went, what the hell happened? What did I miss?
My wife went to the game yesterday with her friends. I dropped her off. It was the bottom of the first. I dropped her off in the back gate where the old tilted kilt used to be.
Yeah.
It was 5-3 when I dropped her off. She's like, it's 5-3? And I was like, yeah. She's like, what time did the game start? I'm like, right now, literally.
By the way,
Weathers is your pitcher, so 5-3.
Why 5:40 starts? I mean, I guess Cleveland's got to get on their way. You know, they're playing at Arizona. The 5:40 start. Listen, you guys can tell me. And the ballpark was packed.
Yeah.
I mean, the place was packed. And
another sellout, right?
Yeah, and it looked beautiful on television. I mean, the sun at the time of the day
came out.
And the right. At first it came out, which was nice. And then just the time of the day, it looked beautiful on television. I love all the shots inside Petco Park where you see people walking around, buying food and beer and everything. Like, it looks beautiful. But I'm thinking to myself, 5:40. I would have to leave my house at like 4:15 if I wanted it, maybe even earlier if I wanted to be there for the start.
Right into traffic if you left your house at 4:15.
Right. I mean, maybe I have to leave my house at 3:30. Yeah.
Dude, I when I dropped her off, 10th was still packed. Like, as soon as I made a left on 10th off the 94, it was packed. It was so many people. Like, I don't think people were ready for the 5:40 start.
Yeah. I know it's I gotta say it's a little too early.
I do gotta say though, I know we've never talked about this at all, really, since the season started.
Yeah.
The 6:40 start time with the 2-hour and 20-minute baseball game.
Pleasure.
Oh.
Pleasure.
Oh, dude, there'd be so many nights where I would just miss the end because I pass out at 10 o'clock. Now, dude, these games are over at 9:15.
Yeah.
I got time to take the dog out. Like, I'm good. I love it, man.
I know.
Love it.
I know. I got to say, Major League Baseball, for all the player complaints at the beginning of the year, you guys have helped us as viewers and as patrons. You've helped us make it that much more time efficient. I can give you my time and I can enjoy this time, but I don't have to be here for 5 hours.
Yeah. It's also enjoyable more. Like, sitting at home and watching a game, and it's just like boom, boom, boom. We're rolling here, dude. It's very, very enjoyable to watch on television. I think that probably adds to why I say I've seen 90% of the pitches because it's 2 hours. I watched the whole game in 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's a soccer match. Like yesterday, I was watching the soccer match, and it was almost identical. Like, the soccer match started like 30 minutes later, but I think it ended at the exact same time.
You talking about the CONCACAF USA Mexico game?
Yeah.
Okay. Can someone? But Browner just made a face like, how the hell did you know that? Like, I wasn't watching that. I didn't even know there was a CONCACAF USA Mexico.
Yeah, you're about to ask me what the hell that was, and I'm gonna not have an answer for you.
Okay, so here's the thing. Apparently, they had to stop the game because there were anti-gay slurs being shouted by the crowd. And so you mean to tell me that the referees on the field or the officials that officiate the game, and I don't mean just the referee on the field, but maybe outside of the playing surface, that soccer has to shut down a match because of what the fans are saying?
Yeah, so it's very specific
What?
to Mexico. It's very specific to
weird.
Mexico.
Oh,
is this real?
It's only specific to Mexico.
okay, explain it.
Team Mexico. And it's not like the referee is listening to what the crowd is saying and be like, hey, that guy's doing this and this guy. No, that's not what it is at all. There is one chant in particular when the opposing goalie is about to do a goal kick. Let's say the ball goes out of bounds and the goalie's gonna do a goal kick. There's this lead up, and I won't do it because whatever. But it's like everybody goes, oh, like they start psyching out the goalie.
Yeah.
And as soon as he kicks it, they yell the gay slur, the anti-gay slur.
What letter?
Anti-gay slur.
Well, he'll tell us at a commercial break.
It rhymes with Pluto, and it's very loud, and the whole stadium does it because when Mexico plays, it's going to be 90% Mexican fans there, anyways. So, FIFA, CONCACAF, a bunch of organizations, even Mexico itself, they've been trying to get rid of this chant, and they've done a very good job. But yesterday, the game was a disaster for Mexico.
Yeah, they
were
lost 3-0.
Completely outclassed.
Yeah.
They have a new coach. They got 2 red cards. So did the U.S. There was fights on the field. The fans were going crazy, throwing drinks on. Like, the fans were embarrassing. It was just an
Where
embarrassment.
was this game played at?
In Vegas.
Okay.
At Legion Stadium.
Oh,
so everybody was hammered.
Yeah.
And it was just overall just disgusting. And referees have been instructed that if they do it, they must pause the game or Mexico could forfeit the game. And the game was so out of hand that the ref was like, you know what? We're good here. Like, it's 3-0. It's the 89th minute. We're good. We're done.
Yeah.
This game's over. So now there's threats that the U.S., the Federation could ban Mexico from playing in the U.S. if this chant continues. I mean, so much. It's so crazy with this chant, but
yeah. All right. Well, I know we were talking Padres, and then somehow I don't know how do we transition?
You did,
into
Mr.
that?
Clonka Clonk.
No, not Clonka Clonk.
I said the soccer game and the baseball game were basically identical in time.
Yeah,
okay. Well,
so
you know what? Well, you know what? I put 2 hours in last night, not just to the baseball game.
Hey, yo, nighttime?
But no, 2 hours into Succession.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch up. I'm catching up. I got this FOMO. I'm catching up. Stick around, everybody. We're just getting rolling. This is Kaplan and Crew.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
There's far too many people suffering on the streets, and so we're about helping people find that bright and immediate and safe and healthy pathway off the streets. Our mission is to alleviate the suffering of homelessness throughout San Diego County. We raise money to fund, activate, or lead high-impact homelessness programs, and there's close to 20 different employment and job training programs that we've funded. In 2023, addressing and reducing youth homelessness is one of our primary focus areas. And so we work with Urban Street Angels on a number of strategies and programs. We work with the Youth Assistance Coalition because they're organizations that make impact. We're never going to solve it, but we can meaningfully reduce it and help a heck of a lot of people by raising money to fund and activate a multitude of programs that are tangible and can be quantified and meant to alleviate suffering now, while simultaneously pushing on government to help accelerate their efforts.
Cox Communications and the San Diego County Office of Education salute the 2023 San Diego County Teachers of the Year. Cox presents Salute to Teachers. Be inspired by their stories and celebrate their accomplishments in a 30-minute education special. Watch Cox present Salute to Teachers only on YurView.
Since 1975, San Diegans have trusted the Murray-Lampert family for their home remodeling projects. We continue our commitment to deliver high-quality home remodeling and construction to our customers without an expensive showroom.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring value to your home, our team has the experience to handle everything. Plus, our strong relationships with the city makes adding on easier for homeowners.
Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Here at our New Teeth Now Center in San Diego, we specialize in reconstruction and giving patients back their teeth in the same day. We have a center where not only you have oral surgeons trained in surgery doing your procedure, but at the same time we have trained lab technicians in-house. We have general anesthesiologists to help you with your anesthesia. And we're able to bring everything in-house to recreate patients' smiles. Our specialty really is zygomatic implants. This procedure allows us to really deliver teeth to patients who otherwise have been told they would never receive teeth in their life.
Thanks to New Teeth Now, I love my smile. I don't even feel really different. The proof is right here.
For our patients who have been apprehensive about coming back into dentistry, we want to tell you that we are the premier center to take care of you here. We want to make sure that we are well taken care of from the first minute you call us to the minute you come and meet us for a consultation.
I can smile, I can laugh. It's brought me back, and I'm so thankful for that.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Listen to The Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com. We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew Show on the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
This is the Rugby Odds, where an unlikely pundit panel of a wordsmith, a WWE legend, a rugby star, and a supermodel scour the globe, seeking best bets and bad behavior. Are you not entertained?
My favorite thing about teaching would be just seeing the growth and the potential of the kids and just kind of letting them explore creative thinking, creative thought, and creative projects.
Me and my dad went to Patrick Henry High School, and we have other team members who also went to Patrick Henry, and their kids went to Patrick Henry.
Rachel was one of my students, and during my graphic design class, she actually developed a redesign of the Murray Lampert logo, which is how I learned about Murray Lampert. Early on, she showed a lot of just kind of a awareness of design.
We've been very active in especially the San Diego Unified School District. I was on one of the boards for a few years. We've participated in middle school in Patrick Henry. A few years ago, we donated a baseball scoreboard, which felt really good because that's where my son played baseball. When the engineering department needed support, we donated for models for the kids in architecture class to build actual framed models.
Murray Lampert donated a big marquee, digital marquee, and every morning I see that on my way into the classrooms. It's extremely important for communities and companies to invest in the students. When they do, bad behavior goes down, student achievement goes up. When companies give back to the students just, they feel a part of something bigger. They feel part of a community. They feel like somebody has invested in them.
Teachers are very important, and it's important that they get what they need in their classrooms, and we've really been part of that. We're really looking forward to being involved with the Salute to Teachers that's coming this year, and we hope to make that an annual event.
The philosophy of integrity here at Murray Lampert is always doing the right thing, even when someone isn't looking.
The San Diego Children's Discovery Museum is a children's museum that serves San Diego County. Our area of focus is children between the ages of 0 to 10, but primarily 0 to about the ages of 7. We teach children in an informal, experience-based environment, specifically foundational fluencies, social-emotional learning, and purposeful play. We started PNC Grow Up Great in 2004. It is now a $500 million bilingual early education program, all focused on reaching young children from birth to age 5, with a particular emphasis on reaching low and moderate income children to help prepare them for school and life.
And we've been looking for partners, and that's how we got to the San Diego Children's Museum. They specifically have a new mobile unit where they bring STEM-related educational services to kids that can't make it to the museum.
We both believe in bringing innovative platforms of learning to children all over the county.
I think I'm going to build a castle.
Here at our New Teeth Now Center in San Diego, we specialize in reconstruction and giving patients back their teeth in the same day. We have a center where not only you have oral surgeons trained in surgery doing your procedure, but at the same time we have trained lab technicians in-house. We have general anesthesiologists who help you with your anesthesia. And we're able to bring everything in-house to recreate patients' smiles. Our specialty really is zygomatic implants. This procedure allows us to really deliver teeth to patients who otherwise have been told they would never receive teeth in their life.
Thanks to New Teeth Now, I love my smile. I don't even feel really different. The proof is right here.
For our patients who have been apprehensive about coming back into dentistry, we want to tell you that we are the premier center to take care of you here. We want to make sure that you're well taken care of from the first minute you call us to the minute you come and meet us for a consultation.
I can smile, I can laugh. It's brought me back, and I'm so thankful for that.
Since 1971, the LGBTQ Center OC has been a pillar of the Orange County community, proudly empowering and advocating for the queer individuals and families who need our support. We've sustained a safe space for the community for more than 50 years and continue to grow the wealth of resources that the people of Orange County rely on. It's true that it gets better. Until it does, the LGBTQ Center OC is here, and we've got you.
The San Diego Children's Discovery Museum is a children's museum that serves San Diego County. Our area of focus is children between the ages of 0 to 10, but primarily 0 to about the ages of 7. We teach children in an informal, experience-based environment, specifically foundational fluencies, social emotional learning, and purposeful play. We started PNC Grow Up Great in 2004. It is now a $500 million bilingual early education program, all focused on reaching young children from birth to age 5, with a particular emphasis on reaching low and moderate income children to help prepare them for school and life.
And we've been looking for partners, and that's how we got to the San Diego Children's Museum. They specifically have a new mobile unit where they bring STEM-related educational services to kids that can't make it to the museum.
We both believe in bringing innovative platforms of learning to children all over the county.
I think I'm going to build the castle.
We're adopting dogs from local shelters, training them for post 9/11 combat veterans, and we're able to donate these trained dogs to deserving veterans in need. Service dogs can range anywhere from $15,000 to $35,000, $40,000. And for someone getting out of the military that's seeking support and help, having that sort of price tag is daunting. So we really wanted to be able to support the veterans to make sure that they're getting a dog that they need in their life at no charge.
You know, I was in a very dark place. I was having suicidal thoughts, and I really needed an immediate help. We don't know if tomorrow is going to be there for us. So I found Shelter the Soldier online, and I reached out, and somebody contacted me within 24 hours. And in the next couple of weeks, I was already in the program meeting dogs.
YurView Community Spotlight is brought to you by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Flood.
Over 1,000 young people are without shelter in San Diego every night. The Lucky Duck Foundation is here to change that.
They're my structure. I feel like I had a safe haven, I had family, even though they're not blood, they were there for me. By getting all the support that I have today, I feel like my future is going to be better than ever. I'm currently going to school and employed.
Donate today at LuckyDuckFoundation.org to provide housing, education, employment, and hope.
Please share your luck.
The San Diego Children's Discovery Museum is a children's museum that serves San Diego County. Our area of focus is children between the ages of 0 to 10, but primarily 0 to about the ages of 7. We teach children in an informal, experience-based environment, specifically foundational fluencies, social emotional learning, and purposeful play. We started PNC Grow Up Great in 2004. It is now a $500 million bilingual early education program, all focused on reaching young children from birth to age 5, with a particular emphasis on reaching low and moderate income children to help prepare them for school and life.
And we've been looking for partners, and that's how we got to the San Diego Children's Museum. They specifically have a new mobile unit where they bring STEM-related educational services to kids that can't make it to the museum.
We both believe in bringing innovative platforms of learning to children all over the county.
I think I'm going to build the castle.
After an accident, you could be faced with a maze of confusion. There are medical bills, lost time at work, not to mention taking on the big insurance companies alone. But with the Barnes firm on your side, they can help you get compensated for your troubles. And they'll help you get the best result possible. Call the Barnes firm now at 1-800-8-MILLION for a free consultation.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends. What's going on? Friday afternoon, Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. If you're just getting with us, all you radio listeners just coming in, we were talking about Ohtani and what he's doing versus Fernando Tatis and what he's doing. And we'll get right back into that conversation in 1 second. Alex, I must tell you that last night, after watching the Padres game, I had some time I wanted to dedicate it to Succession. I have FOMO that the whole country seemed to be watching Succession. There were parties and bars and people cheering at the end. And I was like, I don't have any part of that. So I picked up Succession again. I've been binge watching it since about episode 4 of season 2. That's where I kind of picked it up. And last night, episode 3, season 4, I'm getting to the end of it now.
Yeah.
I could not believe what happened
Told you.
last night. Shocking. Didn't see it coming. Didn't believe it the entire episode.
Thank you. No spoilers here.
I don't want to spoil it. Although Browner's not gonna ever watch it. Not enough brothers in the show. But I was shocked by what happened in episode 3 of season 4.
Did you, like me, for about the first 20 minutes of episode 3, whatever it was, were you like, this isn't real?
I thought the whole time that the father was playing some mind game setup game with the kids.
Same.
But then when they show him in the plane in that state, you're like, oh, wait.
Well, they didn't show him for so long.
That was
why.
the point. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know that the entire sequence of the kids getting that phone call on wherever they were, I'm trying not to spoil this at all.
Yeah.
That was shot without any cuts. Like the way the director did it was he wanted us to feel like we were getting the phone call with them. And that whole 30 minutes of them reacting and going in and out of the boat and stuff like that, not a single cut. Like they just acted for 30 minutes straight.
Wow.
And they did like 5 or 6 takes, I think.
Okay. Got it. They were like, hey, look, guys, we're not going to do 3 minutes and cut.
Right.
We're going to do like a full 30 minutes. Like this has to be like real life.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I think that, and I bring that up because I feel like that made us feel like I felt uncomfortable being in that room with them. That's the way I felt watching. I was like, this is so crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. That showed it just gets, and this season is just so.
Well,
yeah.
I watched episode 3. I couldn't believe what I saw. So then I stuck around and watched episode 4. That kind of toned things down. Although now you can just feel the tug of war that's about to happen here, you know, because the name of the show is Succession. And the fact of the matter is there really wasn't a plan, you know, although at least through episode 4, everybody thinks there is a different plan and a better plan. And now there's a war. I can feel what's happening. Kids are going to war within themselves. But if they come together, which they kind of do, then on the other side, you have the old people, the guys who've been with them forever. I mean, it's
a lot.
Listen, I got to say this right now. It's a great show. Succession is a great show. Browner, by the way, somebody sent me a message about a show that you had suggested that they said is great.
Which one? Silo?
I got to think of it here for a second. It'll come to
Probably
me.
Silo.
I think you're right. I think it is. Oh, here it is. This is, let's see. Silo. Yeah. Hey, Scott, tell Browner he was right about the show Silo on Apple TV. It's amazing.
So good.
I said, I'll pass it on.
So good, dude. Silo's such a great show, man. Such a great show. And it had a cliffhanger on the last episode. So can't wait to Friday. Next Friday.
All right. So, hey, listen, this segment of Kaplan and Crew is being brought to us by our friends at Medcline, medcline.com/greatfriends. If you have chronic shoulder pain, for me, I have slept on my right shoulder practically my whole life. I put it above my head and I have a pillow between my shoulder and my head. And it just creates all kinds of problems because I have very surfacey shoulder pain. I got the Medcline sleep system. And what it does is it sleeps you at the angle, the incline that you want, because that's what makes you comfortable. But instead, your arm goes under and through, and it takes all the pressure off your shoulder. And your sleep is so much better. And then in the next morning, because the pressure was taken off your shoulder, your body feels so much better. If you're not sleeping because you're in pain, that means you're probably not productive or nearly as productive the next day. So if you have shoulder pain or if you have acid reflux related problems and you just can't sleep right, this sleep system was designed for you. Medcline.com/greatfriends. You'll save 20%. Medcline.com/greatfriends. The three of us are all using it. Alex got the acid stuff. Browner got the shoulder stuff. I've got both. And we've had great testimonials from listeners and viewers who have told us about their experience thus far. If you have problems sleeping, this is the solution. Medcline.com/greatfriends. All right, fellas, back to where we were. So, Browner, you are kind of selling us, if you will, that there's sizzle and swag around Tatis, but that doesn't exist around Ohtani. And I would just say this to you, and I'm being dead serious. When was the last time either of you guys, I'm not trying to embarrass anybody, I'm just trying to make a point. When was the last time either of you guys were at an Angels game? Angel Stadium. Angel Stadium. Yeah,
Zero. Ain't no shame in it. Ain't embarrassing. Zero, bro.
Right. I'm not trying to embarrass you. Like I know, right. Like I know more than you. All I'm saying is I've been to an Angels game. I swear to you guys, it's been years since I went to an Angels game. I went to a game earlier this season. I don't know who they were playing. I wasn't paying attention to the game. Had no interest, to be honest. If Ohtani was pitching, I would have wanted to have seen. Anytime Ohtani came up, I was like, oh, let me see. Because I was way out in the outfield. You know that like rock formation they've got in the outfield? That's where I was, dude. Coors Light has this big not VIP. It's like this big like hospitality area. And that's where I was. I mean, all the way out there, dude. But when Ohtani came up, I was like, oh, whoa, let me see. Let me see what's going on. I was shocked to see how packed Angel Stadium was. I just didn't know that given all the losing after all these years and all the money that was spent and no results and the owner who's going to sell, but then he brings the team back and these two best players in the world and you don't get wins. Like, I just didn't know that there was any buzz or fan base around the team. But I was there that Friday night and it was freaking packed and it was buzzing. And I have a friend who, when I drive back from LA, who I drop off in Anaheim at the train station, which is right next to the stadium. And when there are games going on, dude, it is a pain in my ass getting in and out of that place. There is a buzz. It's just that it's in Anaheim. It's not in downtown San Diego at the Gas Lamp. It's not at historic Dodger Stadium. It's the team that's caught in the middle. So I would say this to you guys. We should either A, talk to somebody who's close to the Angels and find out, or B, this would be my suggestion, let's go on a field trip.
We don't have to. They're coming here.
Yeah, but we won't get the same sense because we'll get the Padres home crowd and we'll get the Padres home experience. To know if there's any sort of buzz of any kind, we should go to an Angels game.
Yeah, I don't think I have been to Angel Stadium since Derek Jeter was on the Yankees.
Wow.
That's how long it's been.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
I do drive by a lot. But to be honest with you, dude, it doesn't on television when I tune in. Even when Ohtani's pitching, there's a lot, but it's not sold out.
It's a pretty big place. I don't know exactly what it holds. You could probably Google it really quickly, but if I had to take a guess, I don't know. They may call a sell at 35 or 40,000, but it just seems much bigger than that. Now, look, obviously that was a multi-use stadium at one time and the Rams played there.
Yeah.
But I think they've made enough adjustments to it that it doesn't have all the seating. Like in Oakland at the Coliseum, that's still, could be both football and baseball.
45,000.
45. It's a big place.
And they are 11th in Major League attendance with 32,000.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Browner, would you be down to go check out an Angels game for the hell of it?
Am I paying?
No, I'll handle it. I'll get tickets and everything.
Am I paying?
I mean, I'll go.
Send him the link. Send him the link.
I don't want to pay either. I don't have any interest in going up there and spending money. I'm not that interested. Yeah. But if I told you I could get, what we should do? I'm going to take it another step here. We should get like a lot of tickets. I mean, if we can. I don't mean like 100. I mean like 5 or 10. And we should say to a bunch of the chatlins, hey, let's all go. Or better yet, forget about it. What do we need to do that for? Hey, everybody, let's do this. Let's all pick a date and let's all go to an Angels game. and then I'll work with the people that I know at Coors Light at the stadium, and we'll all go out there and we'll party together and hang out. Would that sound like a fun thing to do?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. All right, cool. So then let's go back to the Ohtani performance.
Let's see.
Are you looking at the schedule?
I am.
Oh, all right.
All right, let's look at the second half Angels home schedule.
All right, go ahead.
What day are we looking at? Like a weekend, a weekday?
I would say a really good day to go would be this is just a guess for me. How about like on a Friday?
Okay, let's take a look.
All right,
because the Yankees are coming.
Okay, well,
that's
that
a
might,
Monday, Tuesday,
good
Wednesday.
luck with that.
that'd be a tough one. That'd be a tough one.
You got,
and I don't think that's representative because I mean, with the Yankees, that like, of course, there's going to be a buzz.
How about against
When are
the
they playing the
How about
Nationals?
against the Mariners?
Okay, so that's an
That's a good
NL
one.
West team. NL West team, they're decent.
That doesn't travel.
How about against the Tampa Bay Rays?
Good team, won't travel anybody. That's not a. When are they playing the Rays?
August.
Okay, let's go sooner.
Well, they don't have any Friday home games except against Pittsburgh, the Astros, but I won't be here that weekend. So the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Seattle Mariners, the Tampa Bay Rays, the Guardians.
Nah, let's just go to the Rays.
Tigers,
Mm-hmm.
and final series of the year against the Las Vegas Athletics.
No, I think we need to go earlier. So let's pick something right after the All-Star break, and let's take the Chatlins to Anaheim.
I bet you get us
Just
on the
to
field
see.
against the Pirates.
Maybe. What's
Friday,
this?
July 21st against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Tickets as low as $6 right now.
Friday, July 21st. I got to think about that date because I know I'm moving my daughter into. Oh no, that's in August. I'm moving her back into her dorms.
Literally $6 to get into that game right now.
Wow, that's amazing. You know what we should do? Wait, here's what we should do. We should make a commitment to that game, and we could all buy cheap tickets right now. $6 Browner. Even you and me would buy $6 tickets.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Yeah,
I can do that.
What's the date on that one? July
21st.
July 21st. It's a Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
All right, July 21st. I'm looking at my calendar right now. July 21st.
That whole weekend series, $6 on Friday, $6 on Saturday, $5 on Sunday.
Let's all buy Friday night tickets for the Angels. What's the we should send this out on Twitter and Instagram and be like, all right, everybody, look, we're going to go for ourselves and check it out. And who knows? Maybe we get lucky. Maybe we get Ohtani pitching against Tampa Bay
who knows?
that Friday night. Would that not be crazy?
Yeah, and it's great because like if let's say Ohtani's hurt or something, or Ohtani gets traded.
Yeah.
Whatever. I lost $6.
$6. $6 tickets.
I'm not going anymore.
All right, Alex. I'm putting you. Here's what I'm going to say. Putting you in charge.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Too much on my plate. Give
No,
it to
dude.
Browner. I'm not doing it.
You know, yeah, that's a good point. Browner, why don't you do it? I'll Venmo you. And why don't you do this? Why don't you buy 10
Of the
$6
three of us,
tickets? Yeah.
you're gonna give this responsibility to the person who wants to go the least.
Yes.
Okay. I can't do it.
I don't have the
Alex
bandwidth.
Alex, see, you mother effer. You're using my own words against me. You mother effer.
Don't have it.
Browner, you got the bandwidth. You could do it. Come on.
No,
I'll
I
Venmo
don't-
you the money.
But
I'll
I
Venmo
don't
you the money.
care enough. That's worse than not having bandwidth.
All right. I mean, I was going to buy like 10 tickets and then I'll give
Like,
them away
if
to
you-
people.
If you have bandwidth, if you don't have the bandwidth, they mean like, yo, man, I care about this thing, but I got so many other things. I really can't squeeze this thing in. When you don't care, that's way worse.
All right.
Because it's like, no, I don't want to do that.
Damn, even like the Hey King seats, $190.
Now let's buy the cheapest tickets we can buy. This way, if we don't go, who cares? It was $6. And if we do go, maybe we get lucky and we get a big night. You know, maybe it is Ohtani pitching. And then for $6, we'll buy a bunch of them. And then when we go, we'll be like, hey, everybody, we're going. Who wants to go? I've got 10 tickets. Who wants to go? And then the people who email us go, I want to go. Great. We got tickets for you. And then everybody else can just come buy $6 tickets. And then we can together decide as a group, is there anything here? Because I think, Browner, honestly, the buzz and the vibe that is around Fernando Tatis, I would say that if you're an Angels fan, you probably feel the exact same way about Ohtani.
I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that, But I would say from a national level, the buzz around the two of them, I would say it's higher for Tatis than it is for Ohtani, even though statistically he's been better. And obviously he's pitching and hitting. So historically he's been better.
All right. Well, since you and I both are here and we're only making this up based on our own perceptions,
Correct.
I completely see it the opposite direction, that there's so much more hype and buzz around Ohtani nationally than there is around Tatis. I think Ohtani is an incredibly fascinating story to a guy in New York, whereas to a guy in New York, people are like, yeah, Tatis, good player, steroid abuser, big freaking deal. Ohtani, I think people in New York, smart baseball fans, I'm using them as an example, go, that's something we've never seen before. That's a unicorn, I think.
I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that.
Yeah. All right. Let me do this. Let me go into a couple other things here because Fridays we have shorter shows, and I want to just get into a couple other things here before we keep going. Browner, I'll bet you have a strong opinion on this Ja Morant story. I got to be honest with you. I'm pretty surprised myself. I actually thought the NBA was going to really throw the book at the guy. I thought the NBA was going to really make an example of this young man. It's one thing if you are flaunting a gun in a club and you're kind of a young kid and you got a lot of money and fame, and the NBA says, all right, look, we got to penalize this guy. And he's saying all the right stuff. He seems to get it. So 8 games, no biggie. When he does it again, and I don't care about any excuses about water guns, toy guns. I don't give a crap about any of that. The bottom line is this. You walk into the commissioner's office, you kiss his ass, you say the right things. He says, go back and play. And then you disrespect everybody by doing it all again. 25 games, very, very significant. Is it like the end all be all of trying to dissuade a guy from getting himself together? I'm not sure 25 games is really. But by the way, I'm the worst parent in the world because I don't punish anybody and I let too much go on. So I'm not like this ultra disciplinarian, hardly. But 25 games. You surprised, Brown?
I thought that the 25 games was about right to avoid backlash in both directions. Because if he would have gotten less than that, people would have been mad. And if he would have gotten more than that, people would have been mad. I think 25 is a good number because then it cuts him out of any awards, and those awards go to his contract, so then he gets bonuses. And so this cuts into his bonus money, so he probably won't get any bonus money because he's not eligible to make these teams. And in addition to that, I really just kind of feel like Adam Silver, as much as I thought that this wasn't enough, his hands were really kind of tied because Ja Morant didn't break any laws. He didn't have any illegal weapons.
No, but he might have done perceptual damage to their business.
And that's what the 25 games is for. He hurt the perception of the NBA with his off-court behavior, and that is what got him to 25 games. If he would have hurt someone, he'd been done for a year.
Yeah. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, it's a weird one because like you're basically suspending a guy 25 games for being an idiot.
Pretty much.
Right? He's not going to jail. He wasn't doing drugs.
Anybody.
He wasn't
correct.
So you're literally suspending Ja Morant for being dumb. And that's never happened, I don't think. Because what's the biggest like Ron Artest? Clearly a dumb decision, but crazy violence.
Right.
That's like dumb decisions lead to dumb, consequences. With this, it's like, okay, what's the consequences here? Like for Ja Morant specifically, like nothing. They just
Nothing
he
really.
lost 40 G's at the strip club and he got his boy some followers on Instagram. There's really no dire consequences for Ja Morant for flashing guns. So to me, I genuinely wasn't expecting 25. I know a lot of people were thinking like half the season or a full season.
Right.
I'm like, for what? For being dumb? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like if
Actually, the first time though, but Alex, the first one was being dumb.
Yeah.
The second one was disrespecting everybody.
Right. That's why the 25 makes sense because he just got done being disciplined. He just got done being scapegoated. He just got done, being in the negative eye for the entire NBA, and then you still do this. Hey, dummy, 25 games, go sit down, go get some help.
Yeah.
I guess, like, what kind of program do you send John Moran to? Because he can't come back until he completes this program that the NBA is implementing. So
what kind
he's
of
going to go to
program?
New York and sit in a classroom with someone to tell him, hey, don't be a dumbass. Like, it's just so weird.
Yeah.
This will
I know.
happen. This will happen again. He'll get in trouble again.
I kind of agree with Browner. Like, I don't know that he says, hey guys, I can't hang with you guys anymore. Right? You
That's
guys
not
keep
gonna
getting me
happen.
into a bunch of nonsense, man. I look at Michael Jordan. I mean, I will talk about this in a second. Michael Jordan went from being superstar to team owner to now selling a team. And by the way, he wasn't a very good team owner in terms of success on the floor, but I bet you he made a fortune. Get to that story and a bunch of other stuff still to come. This is Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Locally owned and operated, not some bland, uninspired, corporate, cookie-cutter radio station crap. We simply say to those stations, Q. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YurView or stream it online at YurView.com. Doing More is presented by PNC Bank, proud to be a part of the San Diego community.
If you've been told that implants aren't an option for you, or you're looking at years of bone grafting treatment, I'm here to tell you there is a better alternative. At New Teeth Now, we are a one-of-a-kind surgical center that routinely places zygomatic implants. Zygomatic implants are placed in the cheekbone or the zygoma, completely bypassing the need for bone grafts. If you've been told that lengthy bone graft treatment is the only way to get implants, call us today and let's get your smile back.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to your home, our experience plus our strong relationship with the city makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
At Murray Lampert, we listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com.
If you're going to count yourself as a fan of this radio station, you'll need to continuously ask yourself one basic question. Am I listening enough? Pro tip, wives are not a good source for input on this. This is the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to your home, our experience plus our strong relationship with the city makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
At Murray Lampert, we listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com.
The San Diego Children's Discovery Museum is a children's museum that serves San Diego County. Our area of focus is children between the ages of 0 to 10, but primarily 0 to about the ages of 7. We teach children in an informal, experience-based environment, specifically foundational fluencies, social-emotional learning, and purposeful play. We started PNC Grow Up Great in 2004. It is now a $500 million bilingual early education program, all focused on reaching young children from birth to age 5, with a particular emphasis on reaching low and moderate income children to help prepare them for school and life.
And we've been looking for partners, and that's how we got to the San Diego Children's Museum. They specifically have a new mobile unit where they bring STEM-related educational services to kids that can't make it to the museum.
We both believe in bringing innovative platforms of learning to children all over the county.
I think I'm gonna build the castle.
From New York City comes America's longest running and most popular rugby show. The biggest names in Major League Rugby, MLR highlights, and big match previews. MLB Wrap-Up presents MLR Weekly, made in New York City.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.